In this video, you will learn how to put a camera on a tripod. I'll also explain the parts of a camera tripod and give you tips on the best way to attach a DSLR or mirrorless camera to a tripod so it stays locked in, nice, tight, and stable. Don't go away. Hi, I'm Barry from Photographer's Freedom. I simplify DSLR and mirrorless photography, helping you gain the freedom to capture nature with ease. Before we attach your camera to a tripod, I'll take you through the parts of a tripod so you know what I'm talking about throughout the video. Naturally, a tripod has 3 legs. It's in the name. Tri meaning 3, pod meaning foot. The legs are telescopic, meaning each section slides into another the way the parts of an old style telescope would. Between each section we have these locking levers that release or lock down the sections so they can be adjusted to different heights. Dropping down in the center we have the center column. Your tripod may or may not have one of these. Often at the bottom of the center column will be a hook for hanging items. Extending out from the center column to each leg is a support brace. These provide stability. Your tripod may or may not have these. On the side here is a spirit level. This shows you whether or not the tripod is level. If the air bubble is in the center of the circle, your tripod is level. Your tripod will have one of these somewhere as it is an essential feature. This tripod has a pan and tilt head. That means it can move left to right and up and down. This is great for filming videos or for getting different angles when shooting stills. Your tripod may also have a ball head. The mounting plate is atop a ball joint so it can be moved around to various positions. Below the head of this pan and tilt tripod is the elevator lock nut and crank handle. These are used to raise the height of the center column. Again, your tripod may not do this. This dial on the side unlocks the panning mechanism so I can move the tripod head from side to side using the pan handle. On this tripod, if I unscrew the pan handle, it unlocks the tilt mechanism, allowing me to tilt the head of the tripod up and down. This is the side tilt locking nut. If I unscrew it, I can tilt the mounting plate up to various angles. This allows me to move the camera into portrait orientation. This lever locks or unlocks the mounting plate. This is what we screw to the bottom of the camera to mount it on the tripod. Camera tripods have various mounting systems. If you have a cheaper tripod, chances are it will have one of these mounts. This plastic mounting plate has a 1/4-inch screw thread and an anti-rotation pin. The pin slots into a recess on some cameras, preventing them from slipping on the mount. The 1/4-inch screw screws into the hole in the bottom of your camera. Another type of tripod mount that is more universal and a bit more professional is the Arca Swiss mount. This type of mount involves a metal plate that attaches to your camera and a mounting plate on the tripod head. The two fit together via a dovetail joint. This system is designed to make it easier to quickly remove the camera from the tripod. Some Arca Swiss mounts will have a security pin on the base to prevent your camera from sliding out the other side. Let's take a look at how to put your camera on a tripod that has a plastic mounting plate like this. Before you mount the camera, check the tripod is level. Have a look at the spirit level and make sure the bubble is in the middle. You may think the best way to attach your camera would be to line up the screw with the hole in the bottom of your camera and turn until it screws onto the plate. You can do that, but the problem with that is, as you will see, that you end up with your camera facing in the wrong direction. It's much better to screw the mounting plate onto your camera before attaching it to the tripod. If you are getting value out of this video, please like, subscribe and enable notifications. Keep watching, there's more to learn. The mounting plate can be removed from the tripod by pulling the release lever to one side, lifting the back edge and pulling the whole thing towards you. You can see it has a dovetail joint that slots into another joint at the front of the tripod. Line up the 1/4" screw with the hole in the bottom of your camera. If your camera doesn't have a hole for the anti-rotation pin, it makes no difference whether it faces towards the front or the back of the camera. A little tip here is to start with the plate slightly offline, not perpendicular to the base of the camera. Turn the screw clockwise until you can't turn it further. Now turn the whole plate so that it's perpendicular to the camera. Doing this causes the screw to tighten a little more, ensuring the plate grips firmly to the camera and doesn't come loose while you're taking photos. When you remove the mounting plate, if you ever want to, do it in the reverse way. Turn the plate anti-clockwise a little. This loosens the screw so you can unscrew it, turning anti-clockwise, and remove the plate from the camera. With the mounting plate firmly attached to your camera, pull the release lever to one side. Notice how I have the front of the camera angled slightly towards the floor. You have to do this so the mounting plate dovetail will slide into the base. If you hold it flat, it will just skim across the top and not go in. Once you've got the front edge of the mounting plate into the groove on the tripod head, push it forward until it butts up against the far edge. You can then drop the back of the camera and lock it in with the release lever. Attaching your camera to a tripod with an Arca Swiss mount is much easier. Remember to ensure the tripod is level before mounting your camera. Attach the Arca Swiss mounting plate the same way we did the plastic plate earlier. Start with it on a slight angle. Turn the screw nice and tight, and then turn the whole plate until it's perpendicular to the base of the camera. Unlike the other type of mount, this time we have to ensure the camera is held flat when attaching it to the tripod head. You also want to ensure that the base plate is opened wide enough to accept the camera mounting plate. With the camera plate and base aligned, you might have to get down to eyeball this. All you do now is just slide it into the base plate and tighten the clamp locking knob to lock it in firm. Removing it is simple. Unscrew the clamp until it releases the plate. There will be a button somewhere to retract the security pin. Press that and pull the camera towards you to remove it from the tripod. If you ever get to a photography destination and discover you've forgotten your tripod, this video can help. In it, I share some tripod alternatives you can find in the environment around you. Check it out, as it may just save you next time you forget your tripod. Until next time, I'm Barry from Photographer's Freedom. Get out there, take some wicked shots. I'll see you soon.